Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league settings. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Roquan Smith. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Ravens and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, wild first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October,
the perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go here in Cincinnati. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense comes out led by their quarterback, Joe Burrow. Can they keep him healthy? Because when he's good, he's so good. Won the Heisman during his days at LSU. Took this team to the Super Bowl. Now, Greg, year 5 for Burrow with the Bengals.
there's been a lot of talk coming into this week, Mike, about whether or not he'd be able to keep this hot streak going. And while I don't know if he'll be able to produce that absurd stat line like he did a week ago, I think he's more than capable of having another strong outing here in this one. I mean, somehow, if he can replicate last week's success, I think it's pretty safe to say he's got a chance to leave here with another win.
Evans. And nothing doing on that run. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. They'll run with Evans. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A run here with Evans. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. The Ravens led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, Lamar Jackson, already season 7. Greg, he's won a couple of MVPs, and he's as talented as we see in the league.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the...
Oh, no. That is not going to work out at all. That will be a safety. Well, that's certainly a way to break a 0-0 ball game. A safety, first points on the board, and the lead is now the bizarre score of 2-0.
Well, Mike, I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card. I mean, for a safety to be the first points of a ball game is pretty uncommon, but a great job there by the defense, capitalizing on the field position and coming away with the 2.
That's taken at about the 14. The Bengals offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it Incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. Now a second down throw for Burrow. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Gesicki, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Cincinnati first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Taken in by Gesicki.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And that is incomplete. Hunter Renfrow was the intended target that time, and now it's fourth down. Here's Matt Araiza now. He's on for the second time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail by 2, and will start this drive with 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Jerick McKinnon. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here's the give to Henry running right. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be. Jackson now on 2nd down.
He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns?
Powering forward. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field. And finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Here's Evans. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Burrow. That's complete to all the tight end. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Gesicki, the man in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Evans. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Burrow. He'll try and get there on the ground. And Burrow not going to take any chances. Slides to a stop after picking up the 1st down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Burrow. He'll get that to all his tight end. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. Now he'll run. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 2nd down and 3. To throw is Burrow. He'll take off again. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal. Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Tylan Wallace now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Baltimore. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Bengals on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. First and 10 now from the 36. In motion comes Andrews. A first down throw for Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. Off the play fake, Jackson. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Tylan Wallace. Touchdown, Ravens.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. They bring Chase in motion. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Here's a second and 9. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd down and 9. Burrow now. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. And after missing half the season last year, Joe Burrow is having trouble down there. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's their punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. His throw left side is complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Slot man in motion left. On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Hunter Renfrow deep to return. Here comes a return, and he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Bengals offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Now Browning. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They motion the slot man left. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the tight end Likely. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. Backs to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Before this next drive gets started, I want to tell you what's coming up in primetime here in Week 5. First week of October. Starts tonight with Sunday Night Football. Memories of the 70s sure to come to mind as the Cowboys and Steelers meet. It's in Pittsburgh at 8:20 Eastern. Followed tomorrow by Monday Night Football. It's the Saints against the champion Chiefs at Arrowhead. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back. And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 1st and 10, Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. I mean, how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
They send him right out of the slot. He'll go again here with Henry. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Sam Hubbard there on the tackle. 3rd and 9. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he will work his way down inside the 30, a pickup of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now. Now a screen set up for Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Now Jackson. He's got it at the 7. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson going to keep this one himself to the 5-yard line.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
A design run here with Jackson. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
3rd and goal for Jackson. It is brought in the end zone. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Here's Browning. That's to the right side and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's the punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Wallace now on the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Back out is the reigning MVP of the league, Lamar Jackson, and the rest of this Baltimore offense. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down. Now it's Jackson. A throw right side is intercepted. That's the linebacker, Logan Wilson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Browning. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Browning now. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Gesicki, the man in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. Inside the 10, it is caught. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Back to throw, Browning. That's taken in, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Browning. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Here comes 3rd and 6. Throwing, Browning. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start in Foxborough with an AFC East matchup as it's Miami visiting New England. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. It's the rookie, Drake May, with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Michael Pittman, a touchdown grab. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've gone to the half in a tight one. 21-all is the score. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
2nd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, but not until he reaches the 20-yard line.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first, getting it up to the 36. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd and very short. For how many years, Mike, have we seen either turn it around and hand it to your running back to get the tough yard, or nowadays leave it in the hands of your quarterback for a quarterback sneak or a tush push or whatever you want to call it. But instead, they get him out on the perimeter, give him kind of a run-pass option of sorts, and he's able to pick up the 1st down there with a nice completion.
Burrow here on 2nd down. He'll air this one out for Renfro. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This returnable for Wallace. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big play there for Baltimore. 32 yards.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver, and in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and So far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he will score. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Burrow to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Burrow. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. On first down, Burrow. Open man, that's Renfro. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Second down, Burrow. This one taken in by Renfro. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Evans. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark him short, and it is going to be fourth down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on third and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up fourth down.
Burrow throwing on fourth down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Jackson. That'll be taken in by McKinnon. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Jackson now. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
And the question surrounding Jenkins has always been, coming out of college, Mike, is what was the reason for the inconsistent production? Because the physical qualities are there. He's powerful. He plays with great effort. As he continues to develop in this Cincinnati Bengals system, they can see some flashes right here of a guy that they're real high on.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. This one complete to Higgins. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's caught. It's Evans. 13 yards on the catch there. And the Bengals going to have a first down. A run here with Evans. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll air one out for Higgins. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Henry. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. We're going to go right back to Henry. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
To the tight end, Likely. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Ravens bring their punt team out. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. He's got Gesicki open down the field. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Evans. And he's inside the 10, pushing forward for a gain of 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow. He pulls it in around the 5. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one taken in. Jermaine Burton. Touchdown, Bengals. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2. Now they'll set up to throw. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He runs with it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Henry rumbles to the first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
First down run here by Henry, and he signed with the Ravens this offseason. When you think back to that run he had with the Titans, Mike, over the last 6 seasons, over 8,200 yards, 80 touchdowns. I mean, one of the most productive backs we've seen in a long time. Now it's kind of scary to think he gets to join Lamar Jackson in this Baltimore backfield. They hope the 2 of them can be that combo to finally get this Baltimore team over the hump.
They'll run McKinnon, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll motion over Flowers. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Raven first down. Jackson looking to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Slot receiver headed right. 2nd down. Jackson. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Henry tries to bull his way in. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Now Jackson, this a designed run. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run, and here's Henry. Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So now this team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. This one complete to Burton. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Burrow to throw. That is caught. Finding Higgins.
So on these play calls, Mike, on 3rd and inches, typically how it goes is we're going to try to take a shot. Then there's a medium zone option, and then the last resort is just pick up the 1st down with something underneath and get that fresh set of down. So in this case, he settles for the underneath throw, but it's still enough to pick up the 1st down.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Ravens has it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. He's going to run it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Jackson out of the pistol. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and long. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Burrow. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
1st and 10. Now, Burrow. That one taken in by Burton.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
2nd down, Burrow. Taking off.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
And this ball batted away and incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Burrow here on 2nd down. This one complete to Burton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long. Here's Burrow. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. Here's McKinnon. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Here's the give to Henry running right. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Slot man in motion left. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That's caught! And he's into the end zone yet again. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On first and 10, Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Waste of time.
To throw is Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. A tough spot here. Third and long. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The Ravens offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. He'll go again here with Henry. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. From the gun, Jackson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
Trey Hendrickson, Mike, comes away with the sack, and just think, last year, coming off a career best 17.5 sacks, he gets another one here as he tries to build off last year's monster season.
Ravens sending the punt team out there as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. This one returnable, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. To throw is Burrow. and he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. They'll have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.